Today, I spent my day doing up a document on what people can expect to be a co-founder with me because I'm kind of looking to partner up with somebody new here at the castle. One of the things I worked on was what is the world that I see in 10 years? And I had 10 or 11 points, and I thought I'd go through these in this video. First thing, I think the world lives in very high safety. So Singapore level of safety. I happened to grow up there, and it was very, very nice having that kind of safety. And I think the future should be more like that. Number two, kind of housing should be accessible with water and electricity. Like, it shouldn't be a luxury or something that many billions of people do not have. I think we have the resources for it. Waste should be minimal. That's like point three, especially in food. I think there's a lot of waste across a lot of things. I'm particularly interested in the food side just because of my grandfather. It's like a personal thing. The less wasteful we are with resources, the more productive that we can be, right? Like right now, 30% of food is wasted. Let's say there are 100 million people who work across the food supply chain industry. 30 million of those people are working literally just to put food in the trash. That is all they're doing. That is what it means to have 30% of the food from the supply chain. And this includes like retail and consumer side waste. But they're producing food just to go in the bin. Now, I understand some of that is like on a human level, but still a lot is wasted in supply chain, and it just doesn't make sense. And if we could use those resources elsewhere, I think we can make a better world. Number 4 or 5, I don't know which one I'm on now, is that prototyping stuff is cheaper. Right now, people all around the world can vibe code stuff for the first time ever. I think that's really cool. I think extending that to physical things is a very, very cool reality that I would want to work toward. A world where prototyping is cheaper is a better world because more people can experiment. A world where a 3D printer costs $10 instead of 2,000 or 5,000 is a world where people can get a lot more creative. So I think a world where invention is faster and easier is a big priority as well. So the kitchen got a little bit busy, but I want to continue the list. Another item is that quality of food is better. So quality food is cheaper as well. Like, I think a lot of stuff right now just isn't that high quality. Like, we ingest a lot of garbage because it's convenient. Healthcare is better. Like, I can travel abroad. I'm not worried about what happens if I get into an accident or something like that. It's not just internally, but when you travel as well, because one of the other points is travel is also cheaper. University or an equivalent is less a place to do exams and more a place to fiddle and tinker and try and explore things with other interesting and smart people. Also, another item, people have more access to nature. I think that generally makes people like net more happy, and it's also personal preference. That's like my ideal world in 10 years. This might not be, an everybody thing, but I think like people in cities should have access to more nature. I think this will be of growing importance, especially as like we've started to get used to cities. I think we'll really start to see that having access to nature easily makes a big difference in our quality of life. Educational assessments / exams are more qualitative and less multiple choice or binary, because I think that makes for better education in general. And the planet is not suffering at the hands of us to sustain all of this stuff. So with cheaper travel, better supply chain, all these things, how can we also make sure that that is in a sustainable way? I think this is like the future that I see and I want to build and contribute toward. And I think you can think about things like electric vehicles and putting people on Mars. But if you look between like SpaceX and Tesla, I think Tesla is more valuable in large part because these are the issues that we really need to solve and face first. Is like, let's make this existence of humanity very sustainable, and then go and out and beyond. And I mean, maybe I could add to that, let's like space travel or something. This is the world that I believe in, that I want to work toward, at least some parts of it. I'm sure I could go into it more, but I think this is a good place to start. I want to work on some problem in this direction, and this is a very useful exercise for me to reflect on. What are the problems that I find worthwhile? I think it should in some way contribute toward this world. Otherwise, I'm kind of wasting my time. Lower cost of business. We get to try more things, eat better, and have better quality of life for a lot of humans across the planet. I think that is a pretty great way to see things. That is my update for today. That is what I spent my day doing. And I'm going to keep researching problems, but this was really great for me to outline. Also, the type of person that I will probably work really well with. Like, it also includes stuff about me. So that's all in this document that I'm going to be sharing out, like probably privately. Maybe I put it out on Twitter. I don't know. We'll see. That I will decide tomorrow, Sunday. So that's it. I'm going to read some comments and go sleep.